how pretty it is. Those are the bluffs you jump off of. You can go all the way up. There's a deep hole right there underneath it. It's a big reservoir. It's a happening spot in the summertime. It's got too popular actually for no bigger the water hole it is. When it quits flowing, it gets shut down pretty quick once the water quits flowing. But there's hiking trails everywhere. Branches off. There's camping up there. Just a national park type place. Now I found out the hard way that it's a national park. Once upon a time, over 20 years ago, out here at this very spot, I just turned 18, and it was after school, and me and my buddies come out here to do some swimming, and some guys showed up from the local football team with mortars that they shoot off on Friday nights. And long story short, none of them would light it, and I ended up lighting it, and it went off in my hand. Ended up blowing up the bathroom, the whole inside of it, cracked the wall. It was an old building, as you can see, but it did some damage, and the ATF got involved. It was 2003, right after 9/11, so the ATF didn't take lightly to explosives, and they called it a federal building, even though we're out of town. We're out in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. On paper, it read explosives in a federal building. So it was a pretty big deal, but they let me off with, I think, a few misdemeanors, criminal mischief and stuff like that. But just a lesson. Just because you're young, some things you can do will affect you the rest of your lives. And luckily that didn't me. But I could have been without a head, an arm. It was a blessing of God. It didn't go off in my hand. It shot out of my hand 2 seconds before it exploded. But it was an old mortar that shouldn't have been around anyone. It should have been disposed of because it was so old, like old bottle rockets do. When you light them, they shoot off in your hand. It did the exact same thing. But this was huge. But that's my history lesson of me being a crapper killer. That just goes to show you how smart animals are. I've never had that motorcycle around those horses, not once. And I'll pull up with the helmet on, and they hear my voice and know it's time to eat. So now I feel bad. I'm gonna get them a bale of hay, some feed, and go spoil them a little bit. They're my aunt's horses. Sharpen that dang knife. What have you been doing, bud? You got green grass now, so you might not like those as much. Yeah. What have y'all been doing? What have y'all been doing? You been taking care of them? Baby boy, I'm not gonna catch you. I have no reins. I have no reins in my pocket. Come on. Little D. Sure is pretty out here.